Procrastination. Almost everyone struggles with it. You know what needs to be done. You know it's important. But somehow, you end up doing anything but the task at hand. Scrolling, cleaning, or even doing nothing at all. So, how do you stop? How do you break the cycle and start getting things done without feeling like it's a battle every time? Today, I'm going to share a plan to help you overcome procrastination once and for all. Why we procrastinate. First, let's talk about why we procrastinate. It's not about being lazy. In fact, that's rarely the case. Procrastination usually stems from a few core reasons: fear of failure, perfectionism, or feeling overwhelmed. When a task seems too big or intimidating, your brain seeks comfort. So, you avoid it. Another reason? Lack of motivation. If something doesn't feel rewarding right away, it's hard to find the energy to get started. But understanding why you procrastinate is the first step to overcoming it. Tip 1. Break tasks into smaller steps. When a task feels huge, your mind sees it as a threat. So, start by breaking it down into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of finish my research paper, make it find 3 sources or write an outline. These small actions feel less overwhelming. They're doable. And every small step you complete gives you a sense of accomplishment. That feeling fuels motivation. Before you know it, those little wins stack up and you're well on your way. Tip 2. Set clear, realistic goals. One reason people procrastinate is because their goals are too vague or unrealistic. Instead of saying, "I'll work out more," say, "I'll exercise for 20 minutes, 3 times a week." Clear goals give you direction and make it easy to measure progress, and keep it realistic. If you're starting a new habit or project, don't expect perfection right away. Give yourself room to grow. Tip 3. Use the 2-minute rule. This is simple. If a task will take less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Send that email, file that document, or put your shoes away. These little tasks pile up quickly, and they drain mental energy. By knocking them out right away, you're clearing mental clutter and freeing yourself to focus on the bigger stuff. For bigger tasks, the 2-minute rule also works as a way to start. If you need to write a report, commit to just 2 minutes. Most of the time, you'll find that once you start, it's easier to keep going. Tip 4. Create a reward system. Your brain loves rewards. When you complete a task, give yourself something small to look forward to. Maybe it's 5 minutes of scrolling, a snack, or a quick break. These little rewards build positive associations with getting things done. And the more positive those associations, the more motivated you'll feel next time. Reward yourself. But remember, be mindful about what you choose. You want it to feel good but not become a distraction in itself. Tip 5. Remove distractions. This one sounds obvious, but it's crucial. Think about the things that pull your attention away. Phone notifications, social media, TV, or even your surroundings. If you're constantly pulled in different directions, focus becomes nearly impossible. Silence your notifications. Put your phone in another room if you need to, and set up a space where you can work with minimal interruptions. A little planning goes a long way in creating a focused environment. Tip 6. Practice self-compassion. One of the main reasons people fall into a cycle of procrastination is self-criticism. You start beating yourself up for procrastinating, which leads to stress and anxiety. That stress makes the task seem even harder, so you procrastinate more. It's a cycle. Instead, practice self-compassion. Accept that sometimes you'll have off days. Remind yourself that procrastination is normal and that you're taking steps to overcome it. The more kindness you show yourself, the more motivated you'll feel to keep moving forward. Tip 7. Visualize the outcome. Sometimes we procrastinate because the task feels pointless or disconnected from what we truly want. So take a moment to visualize the outcome. Imagine the feeling of having it done, the benefits it'll bring, and how it aligns with your goals. This mental image creates a sense of purpose. It helps connect the task with a meaningful result, making it easier to start. Tip 8. Use accountability. Accountability is powerful. Tell a friend, family member, or coworker about your goal. Knowing that someone else is aware of what you're working on can be a strong motivator. It adds a layer of responsibility. And if you're comfortable, set up regular check-ins. Share your progress and let them encourage you. Knowing someone is cheering you on helps keep momentum going. Tip 9. Don't rely on motivation. Alone, motivation is great, but it's also unreliable. There are days you'll feel motivated and days you won't. That's why building habits is key. Focus on consistency over intensity. For example, if you want to write every day, don't worry about hitting a certain word count. Just make it a habit to sit down and write something. Over time, this routine will become second nature, and motivation won't be the deciding factor. Tip 10. Reflect and adjust regularly. Sometimes what worked for a while stops working. So, take time to reflect on your progress. Are you hitting your goals? Are there obstacles that keep coming up? Adjust your approach as needed. Procrastination isn't a one-time battle. It's something you'll need to manage over time. The more you learn about what works for you, the easier it gets. Final thoughts. Procrastination isn't just a bad habit. It's a reaction to feeling overwhelmed, unmotivated, or unsure. By breaking tasks down, setting clear goals, removing distractions, and practicing self-compassion, you're building a foundation for productivity that can last. Remember, change takes time, but every small step adds up.